Millionaire returns after 6 years. What he found his ex-wife doing left him in tears. She knelt in the mud, her hands gentle on the pregnant sow's belly, whispering soft encouragements in the Georgia heat. Unaware that 300 miles away, a man in a corner office had just discovered that every dollar of his fortune had been built on the brilliance she'd given him for free. Welcome back, my lovelies. Get ready for a story that will leave you speechless and make you believe in the power of destiny. Stay with me until the very end, because this story will restore your faith in humanity. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and comment your thoughts throughout the story. Your engagement helps us bring you more incredible narratives. The sun hadn't fully risen when Imani Washington's alarm went off. Not that she needed it. Her body had learned to wake at 4:47 a.m. exactly, 7 minutes before the sound. Muscle memory from years of this life. She dressed in the dark. Denim work shirt, already stained at the elbows. Jeans worn soft and thin at the knees. Boots that had been resoled twice because new ones weren't in the budget. She pulled her locks back into a low ponytail, didn't bother with the mirror. There was no point. The cottage she rented sat at the edge of the Morrison property. A generous word for what was essentially a glorified shed with plumbing. One room. A hot plate instead of a stove. A mattress on the floor because the bed frame had collapsed 2 winters ago. But it was hers. Or at least she paid for it with sweat and silence. Outside, the air was thick and sweet with the smell of pine and livestock. Clarksville, Georgia wasn't much. A town where everybody knew everybody, and if you were new, black, and alone, you felt it in every sidelong glance at the general store. Imani had been here for 5 years, 2 months, and 16 days. Not that she was counting. She walked the dirt path to the main barn, her boots crunching on gravel. The Morrisons owned 200 acres of farmland, pigs, mostly some chickens, a few cows. They'd hired her during their busiest season and kept her on when they realized she worked harder than any 3 men combined. She didn't talk much. Didn't complain. Didn't ask for more than what she was owed. That made her valuable. That made her invisible. "Morning, Imani," called Mrs. Morrison from the porch of the main house. A sprawling white farmhouse that had been in their family for generations. The older woman was kind enough, in that southern way that felt warm until you realized it kept you at a distance. "Morning, ma'am," Imani replied, not slowing her pace. Inside the barn, the pigs were already stirring. She grabbed the feed buckets, her movements practiced and efficient. Pour. Distribute. Check water levels. Inspect for illness or injury. Repeat. She was good at this work. Better than she'd ever imagined she could be. But God, she was tired.